Okay, so how I'm going to start back combing is you find your part wherever that is, and you don't want to see the back comb. You don't want to see the back combing. So you take a little chunk of hair and you put that aside, not very much, and you put that aside so when you're done back combing, you lay that back over so you don't see the teasing. So you want to get a thin amount because that will hold the back combing better. And all you do is you take your brush and you start like mid and you push it down. And then what I do, if I really want it to stay in, take my hairspray, spray it, put it over. Repeat. And I already have a little bit of back combing in from this morning, but now here's the main thing is when you're doing this, it's going to feel like it's getting huge. Like right now, it's already a pretty good size and I've only done like 2 strands. Also, if you want it to stay well, even though I just washed my hair, I put a little bit of my dry shampoo in beforehand because it gives it a little more texture. So it's about that much. This is the 3rd strand. And I'm just going to show you how big this gets. And you just go down. If you could just pick pieces and you don't have order to it, it won't stay in and it won't be as good and you'll see more back combing. Oh. God, it's not mine to stay. And you can see that I need to get my hair re-dyed. My natural is getting dark. Okay, so I don't go past, there's my ear. I don't usually go past the ear because that's just you're getting too crazy at that point. So, but then again, it's depending on the hairstyle too. So this is the last one. Woo, look at that little guy right there. So I hairspray it. And you'll see how it kind of sticks out like that. Usually I fan out the pieces a little bit more. Now what you'll notice, look at how big that is right now. It's absolutely gigantic. But the thing is, you want it to be big so you can kill it. Because the more you play with your hair, the faster it's going to die down. So now I take this piece I didn't touch and see how you see all the back combing there? And you now take this piece, comb it out, lay it over, and all of a sudden, and then I usually comb out these pieces as well. And now you have volume, but you don't see a ton of back combing. And I even I usually just kill the front a little bit more. So it'll be scary when you first start because it gets really big, and then you kill it. And so for the next side, I'm going to take that little bit, save it, not back comb this part, and then go opposite side. So if I was adding the dry shampoo, what I would do is before I back comb, I'd take my dry shampoo and just spray the roots a little bit. And your hair will grab onto that a little easier. Now look at how big that is. It will freak you out, I'm not gonna lie about it. But if it's hot, if it's cold, or if you're walking outside, it will die. So usually before I leave the house, it's a pretty good size. By the time I get to work, it's where I want it to be just because the weather. If it's raining, who knows? It could just kill it all, but it depends on how well your hair holds the back combing. If it's not staying in, try littler sections. Since my hair is thicker, can't even see you guys. Since my hair is thicker and I'm using dry shampoo, it holds better, so I'm doing a little bit bigger chunks. But if your hair is not holding it, do smaller sections. This is the secret, I'm just letting you know. Okay, and one more. And you'll also notice, like, I'm pulling from the back too, so it's not just the sides. You want to make sure, like this is the back combing on this side, so you want to make sure when you're pulling hair, it's connecting to the other side of back combing. Last one. Now if you're curling your hair then back combing, that's a whole different story, so I'll show you that later, but right now let's just say your hair is the way you want it to be and you're just trying to get volume. Now this is a huge amount. You're going to take it, bring it to the other side. Okay, and see how big that is right now? It looks like a huge rat's nest. All you do, don't freak out. It's easy to do. Once you bring that hair that we saved on the side over, you bring it over here, and then what I usually do is I just start running my fingers through the sides, and I kind of break it apart a little bit and get it to about the height I want it to be. So usually when I back comb my hair, I actually like it about this size. And by the time I get home from work or whatever it is, or a shoot, my hair is about the same size. So that's how I get the volume that I have. Some people like it smaller, some people like it bigger, but let me tell you, for me, it's all about the volume. The higher the hair, the closer to heaven, that's what I say. So, this is how you do the basic back combing. And the nice thing is, if it's too big, just take a comb to it, brush it out until you have the height that you want. If you want it bigger, you just pull up this section again. If I wanted this part bigger, I would take that chunk and back comb it again. Hairspray it, and the thing is, like, look at this. This hairspray does not leave it like wet looking and sticky. It just goes with your hair, but it keeps it in. And so you want the texture. For your hair to keep this back combing in, you need texture. So that is how I back comb hair. Hope that helped you out, and I'll see you next time.